Run DMC, what a group to say the very least. From Hollis, Queens. Founded in '83 by Joe Simmons, Daryl McDaniels, and Jason Mizell. So we're driving over to Hollis, Queens, as you can see in this video here. And Run DMC is regarded as one of the most influential acts in the history of hip-hop, and one of the most famous hip-hop acts as of the 1980s. Along with the Beastie Boys, LL Cool J, Public Enemy, this group pioneered new school hip-hop music. The group was among the first to highlight the importance of the MC and the DJ relationship. With the release of Run DMC in 1984, they received a gold record, followed up with a certified platinum record, King of Rock, making Run DMC the first hip-hop group to achieve this. Raising Hell became the first ever multi-platinum hip-hop record. The cover of Walk This Way, featuring Steve Tyler and Joe Perry, charted higher on the Billboard Hot 100 than Aerosmith's original version, peaking at number 4. It became one of the best-known songs in both hip-hop and rock. Run DMC was the first hip-hop act to have their music broadcast on MTV, appear on American Bandstand, to be on the cover of Rolling Stone, perform at the Live Aid, and to be nominated for a Grammy Award. In 2004, Rolling Stone ranked Run DMC at number 48 in its list of the 100 greatest artists of all time. As a kid, Run DMC, I remember this group fondly. In 2007, they were named the greatest hip-hop group of all time by MTV, if you're into lists, and the greatest hip-hop artist of all time by VH1. Now, whatever your opinions are of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Run DMC became the second hip-hop group to be inducted into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. 2016 Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. What a group. And here we are, Run DMC, JMJ Way, 205th Street and Hollis Avenue. Sadly, in 2002, Jam Master Jay was fatally shot by an unknown person. This is October 30th of 2002. In his recording studio, which we will show you. This is the Mural of Jam Master Jay. We will also show you the recording studio, which is on Merrick Boulevard, Jamaica, Queens. Not too far away from Hollis, just maybe a 10-minute ride. So Jam Master Jay was in a recording studio. And that studio, when we go there, when we look at it, it's very... it's you wouldn't know it's a recording studio, okay? So it's not like it's flashy, not in a flashy neighborhood. You wouldn't know unless you know if you know. So the other person in the room with Jam Master Jay in his recording studio when he was shot was a 25-year-old. He was shot in the ankle, and he survived. Following Jam Master Jay's death, several artists expressed their grief for the loss in the hip-hop community. And they remembered him for his influence on music and the genre. Mizell was actually buried in Ferncliff Cemetery in Hartsdale, New York. Again, near Hollis, near Jamaica. It's not that far away. You're able to kind of visit all of it and see for yourself. Yeah. There's a story that in 2003, a convicted drug dealer was investigated for targeting supposedly Jam Master Jay, and because the DJ defied an industry blacklist of rapper 50 Cent that was imposed because of a song that 50 Cent wrote about drug history. All here, rumors, speculation. We are approaching, actually, we're riding around the neighborhood of, that we get a sense, a feel of Jamaica, where the studio was. It was actually near the Central Library, located 9010 Merrick Boulevard. When I went down here, you have to be careful because there's two buildings. There's like a big, tall, brown building that says 9010 on it. It has no windows. It's actually coming up on the right here. That big building has 9010 on it. As you could see, that building right here, 9010, that's not the building though. So just be careful. And then when you do Google images of the place, it looks very similar to another location up the street. So just be careful, but mindful of the actual address, and that's 9010 Merrick Boulevard. In 2003, Playboy magazine published an article by an investigative journalist, Playboy of all places, Frank Owen. It said the last days of Jam Master Jay. And here is the studio. Here it is. You have Chrome NYC, it's your barbershop. You have a boutique. This is that block where Jam Master Jay was shot. The studio is the black awning, the very last window on the left, right above the sophisticated storefront. That's where Jam Master Jay was shot. So a Playboy investigation article lists the murder possibly being caused by a drug deal gone bad. So, according to Owen, several sources indicated Mizell traveled to Washington in 2002 to obtain 10 kilograms of cocaine valued at about $250,000. Again, all speculation. Who knows what is the truth? I wasn't there. Just, this was on, floating around. But yeah, see, there was no indication that, just like before, and just like now, this is still rumored to be a recording studio. You would not know that it's a recording studio. There's no sign, nothing, as we're panning the block yet again. And his 9010 is right after that sophisticated sign, right in front of that minivan. So it's where he was shot, in those studios. It's amazing, like a guy that made it big in the industry, still stayed in where the group was formed. This group was formed in Hollis, and he never left, never really left where he grew up. He stayed here and was known in the community. Shot when he was only 37 years old. That's young. It's very young. At 37 to just pass away like that. This area is busy. It's always busy. There are a lot of shops here. There's a bus terminal, actually. It should be right in back of that studio. Actually, no. It's maybe a couple steps, rather. Well, it's probably in the back of that in the back of that this building. It's a bus depot. It's very busy. It's this neighborhood, although it's changed, it's been known to be always busy. Even in the 50s and the 60s, people would come here to do their shopping. So it's a very busy place. Apparently, what happened is he just the shooter just walked in calmly, and after he was done, as calmly as he walked in, that's as calmly as he walked out. And again, and I say this, like, I wonder how many people actually know, like history, actually know what happened here. Many people walk by. There's there's no indication. I bet you if you told every like people walking by, hey, do you know what happened in right in front of you? I bet you that they would not know. I bet you they would not know. And the case remained dormant, unsolved for many of years, and I leave you with the news clip on the day that Jam Master Jay died.
Real name, Jason Mizell, one of the founders of the groundbreaking rap group Run DMC. Jim Dolan with late details. He is in Jamaica, Queens for us tonight. Jim?
Bill Jam Master Jay knew the absolute heights of the hip-hop world as a member of the pioneering rap group Run DMC. He, of course, was their DJ, and having stayed in the industry all these years, he knew well about the feuds that so often result in violence and death in the rap world. Well, tonight, according to sources close to this investigation, 37-year-old Jason Mizell, Jam Master Jay, was working in a recording studio here in Jamaica. He and a 25-year-old male Hispanic were relaxing in a lounge near the studio when a man walked into the studio, gun drawn, and opened fire. Mizell was struck once in the head and killed instantly. The other man was seriously injured, shot once in the chest. Police have no one yet in custody. Friends, including the Liar Cohen, the CEO of Island Def Jam Records, gathered outside, stunned that it happened to the man who was such a huge part of hip-hop's rise in worldwide popularity, and shocked, too, that it all went down in such a brazen manner. The gunman walking in, firing, and then just casually walking out. Police believe they have good leads in this case, and that witnesses got a good look at the shooter here. There's also security camera tape, we are told. Mizell was at the studio producing an album by two young women. They were in the studio when they heard gunshots. They came running, of course, but it was too late.